Good evening, I'm Paul Adler. First on this Wednesday night, a big development could soon be coming to West Springfield, and some neighbors are not happy about it. That's what developers say it's going to look like. That's the southeast corner of West Bypass and Sunshine. It's across from the Walmart. Liam Garrity is there right now. He talked to neighbors about their concerns. Liam, what did they have to say?
Paul, what's behind me is grass, trees, and a lot of open land. Now just imagine a parking lot with a lot of cars and new businesses. That's what could be here soon. Let me move the camera a little bit. I spoke to the people across this fence here. Their backyards are going to be right next to these buildings, and they are not very excited about it. From birds chirping and low traffic to what may soon be full parking lots and loading trucks. Some people living behind a newly proposed development say they aren't happy.
And my first reaction is like, oh no.
Obviously, I'd prefer that not to happen. We enjoy the privacy that we get with the territory the way it is right now.
Kathy White and William Bost have backyards next to the planned store. This rendering shows how much distance would be between their backyards and loading docks. Roughly 124 feet with a row of trees. One thing on both of their minds is the noise.
There's plenty of noise here already. So more noise, yeah, I understand it's going to happen.
And all I can envision is big loading trucks, and there would surely be a lot of activity.
Last night we were there as developers showed neighbors the plans. It's called Sunshine Town Center. 5 acres with several businesses, including a large 150,000 square foot retail building. No one will confirm to us today what will go in that building. But there are several things that must happen before it can be built. The first is annexation. You can see part of the land is in white. That's Greene County. The blue is Springfield. County workers told us today this will soon be annexed into city limits. Then it will have to be rezoned and go through several planning and zoning steps. White says she just moved here a few months ago.
If that was already built and in place, I might change my mind.
Both neighbors I spoke with say whatever is going behind them, it will change their neighborhood.
Our water drains that way. Any development in that area is going to probably affect the way water drains from our property.
So much noise and traffic and activity. I wouldn't like being that close.